My name is Sitara Faye. I am ranked top 5 female psychic in the U.S. by the American Federation of Certified Psychics and Mediums. What a mouthful. I am so thankful that you are choosing to spend your time here with me today. I am bringing you a bit of a daily practice that I learned from a book called The Path to Wealth by McCarthy. If I had the book right here, I would hold it up and show it to you. But I have listened to it on Audible. So this book, it's a quick read. It is absolutely one of my favorites, and it is a massive and major game changer for those of you who are interested in making more money, but making more money not in the sense of working harder. What this book teaches you how to do is how to connect to your higher self, but they use different vocabulary. So before we get into that book, I want to do just about like a few minute meditation for us to ground our energy, just get really clear for yourself, because let's just, why not use this time productively? Let's go ahead and do a little bit of manifesting and clearing our channels. All right, so taking a nice big deep breath, rooting your root chakra right there at the base of your spine, all the way down to the center of Mama Gaia, center of the earth. As we call in divine truth and love into this sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every viewer, replayer, and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. Yasiatarai ikia utonoko pu ukuhu uku setataya iakotokonokua. Ikiatarai iakiatarai iakiatarai iakiataroturukurukunakai kiatarakai kiatotokurkrakai puotukurkiaka. All right, there's a healing that is coming through with the light codes that is around worthiness and deserving, feeling that you are not worthy of making more money or not worthy of having more money, whether it be because you don't feel that you are responsible with it, whether it be that you don't feel that you are respectful with it. So this is a little prayer that's coming through about healing your relationship with money. Now, there are a lot of different doctrines out there around money. And if you haven't already, I actually have a 21-day series called Quantum Cash Flow here on YouTube. And that Quantum Cash Flow, those Quantum Cash Flow videos, 21 days, I had people say that they were able to buy a house with the money that came into them through those 21 days. It goes deep into healing your patterns of in relationship with money, with family, internally, if you've had any failures in the past, and then also really teaching you how to connect with the energy of money. So that is a free resource for you. It's available here. You can go to my channel and find it. There's a playlist. It's Quantum Cash Flow. I might be able to do one of these, put a link up here. But I highly, highly, highly recommend going through that one, especially if you want to be joining in my courses, but you feel that they might be a bit out of reach. Start there. Start getting the ball rolling so that you're able to, start generating more income for yourself. We're here to break poverty consciousness. We're here to break out of the mold of this debt slavery that's in Western cultures, specifically in the United States. I really want to see people, you specifically, you're here listening to this for a reason. I want to see you thriving in your creative abilities. And money in and of itself, it's like it's freedom chips. You are able to express, create, you have an idea, you want to put it in action, you can put it together by what it is that you are calling in, by having the freedom to create financially. Think of how many geniuses there are out there that have brilliant ideas that just simply aren't able to because they're limited by money. So you and I have a responsibility for humanity. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on you. But When we as individuals break through the poverty consciousness, when we break through the debt slavery, when we change our stars, when we start to say, I want to be able to freely express myself, I want to be able to freely co-create with the universe, I want to be able to do more in this world than what I'm able to do when I'm limited by funds. Okay? So that's why I'm here having this conversation with you today. I feel that it's very, very important. It's also part of the reason that I really get excited about the power and the potential of the crypto world and the crypto industry. If you've watched my decentralized finance and Web3 talk, I talk about the potential for a global economy, but it's a global economy that's not based on government systems. If you look into it and you start reading about it and start understanding the power that that technology has, it really is extraordinary. So I see that we have lots of opportunities that are here for us, that are already there in your quantum field. These are already things that you've been creating for yourself. They are here before your time of incarnation. If you listen to Abraham Hicks at all, she talks about it all the time. All the time. So what we want to do is become very clear that we're worthy, that we're capable, that we have a why, that we have a drive, that we have ambition, that we're not just settling and accepting whatever the financial status is at this moment. And you could have $10,000 of debt and you could have $10,000 in the bank and you might think that you are broke. So the number itself doesn't really matter. The number itself is different for everyone, where there's that kind of feeling of, ooh, I don't have enough, I'm starting to not have enough. It's different for everyone. And I know from the rise in success and the face plants and failures and the shift and change that I've experienced, I've witnessed that number and that fear or that anxiety, that stress change over and over again. And so it really is a mental game. It really is a mental game. It's a psychological game that we play with ourselves. That's the tricky part, is that we are playing it with ourselves. No one else is participating in it. And so the reason that I wanted to share this book with you, The Path to Wealth by McCarthy, the practice, and I'll show you right here. This is me putting my money where my mouth is. This is my daily journal. This was since May. So I write on a daily basis. I write letters to my CSO, my Chief Spiritual Officer, and that's what she talks about in the book. The CSO is your Chief Spiritual Officer. So when you wake up in the morning, this is the process that is explained in the book, and still I highly recommend that you listen to it, because the stories that are there that she shares really, really helps you to anchor in and really conceptualize what it is that she's talking about. So the daily CSO meetings is that in the morning, you take a few moments to read a book, read an inspiring book, and just a few minutes, like 4 or 5 minutes, just to get your brain in the field of awareness of, okay, well, if it was possible for this person, it's possible for me. So you're showing up, you're saying, today's going to be a good day. I'm ready to open my field. I'm ready to see what's possible for me. Because for me, there's already a vortex of anything that I could ever imagine that already exists here for me. It's a matter of me being able to see it, me being able to receive it, thinking that I'm worthy enough, open enough, heart-centered enough, whatever it is that's coming up for you that day. And so you're in that space. Then you take a few moments to meditate and just listen, right? This is our opportunity to listen. Meditation can be a wide variety of things. But if meditation is to be able to sit and listen, and we have that ability to connect into the center of our own heart, and we hear the messages, or we hear the guidance, or we receive the etheric texts, and we let that information come to us, and then you start by writing a letter Dear CSO, and this is scripting. You can see all sorts of stuff on scripting. Dear CSO, and you write it as a thank you letter as though it has already happened. So it's thank you for whatever it is that you want. Thank you for the new car that comes to me through by means of a friend or something, and I only have to pay how. Whatever it is that you want to call in, and being very specific and very kind and very gentle with yourself as to how you're calling it in and what you want to do to get from point A to point B, to harness your energy and hone in your focus in a way that reminds you that you are already bringing it in. And then the key. And this is what's really important. And there's a couple of tangents that I'm going to go on with this one. So you read a little bit of the book, you drop in and you listen, you write a letter to your CSO, you get the ideas of how it's going to happen. You write it all out. And for me, I usually write a minimum of 1 page, if not more. Then you read the letter out loud. Now, the reason it's important to read the letter out loud is because your vocal tones are creating an energetic current into this multidimensional space that we are coexisting in at all times. We don't necessarily see the frequencies with our eyeballs, but we see the frequencies with our third eye. So when you open your third eye and you're doing these third eye practices and you're able to start connecting to energy, that's a whole different video, whole different concept. But when we're using our voice and we're speaking, the power of the word is very, very strong. This is why we don't speak in negatives. This is why we speak in positives. We speak only to what we want. 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 When you're using your words intentionally, a lot of people think, well, if you're cooking dinner and you're just having a chat, but you're complaining about this, that, and the other, that the stars aren't listening. No, they're listening all the time. It's always there. This is why we only speak to what we want. It's not to say that we don't acknowledge that certain problems or circumstances or situations are happening so that we don't problem solve, but it's to say that we only speak to what we want. We only speak to what we're calling in. We only speak to, when things are moving forward, or you get invited to something. Let's say you get invited to go on a trip, like something big, right? And that'll cost like $7,000 or more, or whatever, just throwing numbers out. And instead of saying, no, I can't afford it, you can say, well, I'm working towards something that's going to bring me more income so that I will be able to later, but thank you for the invitation. Allowing yourself to be open to receiving the possibility of what you are capable of creating for yourself and what's possible of coming to you in your world. So we only speak to what we want. So when we write these letters and we have this thank you letter to our CSO, our Chief Spiritual Officer, or your higher self, or you could just write Mother, Father, God, or whatever, Buddha, whoever you want to write your letter to, that part doesn't necessarily matter. You recognize that you're speaking to a higher power. You recognize that you're speaking to the multi-dimensional support team that's there with you. I personally really like CSO because as an entrepreneur and making a lot of decisions every single day, the idea of having a chief spiritual officer, a guide or guardian that's there that has my back from a bird's eye view and can show me, okay, do this here, do this here, do this here, do this here. And that's been happening for me as I've been creating this program Rise and finding, fine-tuning the ways in which people are learning about it and can join. There's a lot of little details in that. There's a lot of like little here, little here, little here, little here. And there's certain things that when I sit in meditation, these ideas come to me. And I know that these ideas are coming to me because they're from a bird's eye view. And so if I do something over here or do something over here, put a link over here that needs to be did it, it's kind of like a puzzle. What happens is that if one person comes through that way, then it's worth my while. But that idea came through to create this in a different, You picking up what I'm putting down? I'm sure you are. All right. So let's go ahead and just do a little clearing, cleansing meditation. Let's call in our own higher self, our own CSO. Just take a moment again to reground, connect your root chakra down to the center of the planet. And again, that book is called The Path to Wealth by McCarthy. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. And even now that I'm doing this, I'll probably listen to it again. But taking a couple nice big deep breaths, connecting root chakra to the center of the planet, grounding, anchoring, releasing. Just kind of reflect. Has your mindset shifted even a little bit in the last 15 minutes? Are you starting to see pathways of possibilities or pathways of opportunities open for you? Are you starting to see the perspective of what you're capable of opening up? And let's go ahead together. Let's go ahead and set a prayer of intention. And this prayer of intention, let's set this prayer of intention that we are asking for signs. We are asking for signs that money is coming your way, that opportunities are coming your way, that miracles and rewards are coming your way. Allowing yourself to truly feel blessed and committing to your own consistency as well. Opening the pathways of your own heart-centered connection. Opening the pathways to believing that you are worthy of having all of the resources that you could ever imagine and desire to live your life in freedom of your own creation. And opening the pathways of your own highest intention to be able to receive the action steps and guidance from your higher self that allows for a deepening and cultivation of your heart's greatest intention. And so again, let's go ahead and ask for signs. Excuse me. Ask for signs and guidance and synchronicities that you may be in the right place at the right time. And as you open your heart to saying yes to the possibilities of light that is here for you, that you be ready for the inspiration of your own activated co-creation and inspired action the doors of possibility that are here for you, fully supported by all parallel realities, dimensions in space and time, that your activated mind, heart, and intuitive connection be a magnet for miracles, a magnet for potential and possibility that opens the field exponentially and infinitely. Ia siatarai I kia aha akanai, I kua pua haaka asatarai ianai, I kua haaka ia iatirai ia kanai ia kiatarai, I kua punu kua puhu kua sasasatarai ianai iaka, I suaturu kunu kua pua haakarai, iatarai 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 ia aka haaka nua puaka. Siaka akanukua pukua haakari kia kanakua naya kia tarai. Iki kia ka anakai I kia aka akanaki kia pukua. Suturu tunu kua pukua huukua kua tarai. There's a little bit of psychic surgery going on in the back of the heart space here. Releasing the resistance to receive. Iokrai ianakai iatari ia haakarai. Ia tunu ua pua ka haakarai ia tarai iani I kia haaku pukua sasasanai I kia kakanakai. Ia tirai ia kanai ia kia korokorakai. Ia hi ia karai iana ia ka ua pukua tarai. Ia anaki ia kia tarai ia haana ia kia pukua haaka. Susutunu kua pua kuhuukuaka e te anakai. Iaka iatoro ono huukua pukua. Take a nice big deep breath. And just simply breathe. Allowing yourself to feel allowing yourself to ground and anchor. Allowing yourself to be nurtured. Releasing patterns that have kept you down. Breathing in light. You can say the affirmation a couple times, either out loud or in your head. I am the light I am. 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 Just watching as whatever else is there in your field dissolves. Beautiful. You're doing a great job. There's quite a bit of energy moving through the space, so we're just going to sit here and feel what we feel as that calibration takes place. So we can allow our hearts to open, our capacity to receive becoming greater and greater and greater, reducing and releasing any fear associated with the patterns of receiving. Beautiful, you're doing a great job. Allowing yourself to stay tuned in and connected as you allow yourself to receive the healing from your own higher self. Iotoro onokopua kai haakarai I kiatarai I anai haaka. Maybe just a few more times to integrate and anchor in these frequencies. I am the light I am. I am the light I am. I am the light I am. Go ahead and turn on that light in the center of your own chest. And just simply see what happens. Watch from your center of head, watch from your third eye perspective. What happens when you turn that light on in the center of your own heart? Open it. Connect deeply. Kyotoro konakai kia karai ia kietoro koa kanakai kioso totokurka kia katanai ki kiatarai. I kua purukuruku kanakai kiatara ki kia karakai ianakai ia kiatarai ia kua punukua kua haaka. Breathing in, releasing from your root chakra all the way down to the center of the planet. Allowing the acknowledgement of your own grace. Allowing the acknowledgement of your own ease. That what it is that you are calling in can happen easily. And that you deserve it easily. And that what you are creating for yourself can happen easily. And breathe. Beautiful. And so what I'd like to invite you to do also in this space is to go ahead and place your hands on your heart. And as you know, as you've seen your clarity test from the videos before, you can go ahead and ask yourself, we're going to ask about rise this time. Go ahead and ask yourself, is rise in alignment with your absolute highest and best potential? And it may be a timing thing. Go ahead and open yourself to the possibility of what is. And so we're simply planting seeds, and it's planting seeds to your own discernment. One of the ways that I have found that is absolutely best for me to make decisions, and make decisions for especially things that really can contribute to my growth and can contribute to my well-being in the long term. And Rise is designed to be a support for your well-being in your physical body, in your mental state of mind, in your emotional center, in your financial health, as well as communication and relationships. It really is an all-encompassing opportunity for you to be able to rise into the calling of your best self, gracefully, easily, and in community. So when the timing feels right for you, feel free to reach out to me. You can even start, there's a link in the description below. It says risewithmonad.com/quantum leap. It will actually give you a free gift, some information about a quantum leap, how to do it, what precautions you might want to take when calling in a quantum leap. And we'll also eventually send you an invitation to Rise, which includes all the information that you'll need to make your decision. So when that feels right and aligned to you, feel free to check it all out. I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. Drink lots of water. If you need to rest or journal after this, I highly suggest you do so. We ended up going a lot deeper than I intended, but sometimes we just follow the wave. So thank you for following the wave with me. Thank you for allowing yourself the opportunity to heal. Thank you also for your likes, your shares, your comments. I see that some of you watching right now haven't hit the like button. I can tell these things. So thank you just for your presence and your light illuminating this space for me. It's such an honor to create these videos with you, and it's such an honor to be able to share in the beauty of technology in this virtual world that we have right now. So thank you, my friends. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful and blessed day. As we go forth, may we integrate the healing and the lessons received with courage, self-love, and compassion. Our session here is very much in love and very much complete. I just saw a comment come up about connecting in with your inner child. That might be a good theme for tomorrow's video or even the rest of the week. That one could be its own series. All right, my loves. Mwah. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful and blessed day, and I will chat with you tomorrow.